So welcome back, and I'm glad you made your way to the second part of the conditional. I hope you really focus on the first part, because in this part I'm gonna review a little bit the second part using other verbs, and I'm gonna add something new at the end. So let's take a look again at this example. Gdybym miał szansę nauczyć się polskiego, zrobiłbym to dawno temu. I'm hoping that you're starting to make sense of this. Example, if I had the chance to learn Polish, I would have done it long ago. So, let's take a look back at this. The difference between the conditional and the normal. So this is how you conjugate the conditional form, and this is the normal. Ja bym, ty byś, on, ona, ono by, my byśmy, wy byście, oni, one by. However, in the normal, ja jestem, ty jesteś, on, ona, ono jest, my jesteśmy, wy jesteście, oni, one są. Notice here that the plural and the singular don't change, so you can see this in both. By. Okay, so we talked about the verb chcieć, which means to want, the present form and past form. Both forms are important. However, the past form is used to do the conditional form. Okay, as we said before, chciałbym, chciałabym. To word chcieć, just add bym and the third person in the past and to it, in front of it. This is one word, just to make sure that you know. Okay, here's another verb, to have, mieć. So the same concept as chcieć. You just conjugate it in the past and then add it to bym. Okay, so miałbym. I'm sorry. I don't know how to cut this. Miałbym, miałabym. It means for me. Make sure that you know the difference between if you're a female or a male. If you're a male, you say miałbym. If you're a female, you would say miałbym. So I would have. The same for ty. And please focus on miałby. For example, it's neutral. So an example of that would be miałoby zimno, ale jest słońce. I'm not sure you get it. So it's like saying it should have been cold, but there's sun. So you get what I mean. So you can use this to weather, to, I don't know, to dogs, to cats. You'll just see some examples someday, or I might be talking about it in some examples. Okay. My mielibyśmy, miałybyśmy, mielibyście, miałybyście, mieliby, miałyby. So this is the same, but because it's in the plural, you use the third person plural in the past and add it, whether it's feminine or masculine. Okay, this is another verb, to do. Robić is robić. Both verbs mean the same. This is just different aspect. This is the imperfective aspect. This is the perfective. I'll be talking about this in another video. It's too easy, it's too short. I'm not gonna do a whole video about this. I'll just talk about it for brief. So yeah, zrobić is the perfective, which is not the continuous form. It's like not continuous present or continuous past. However, robić is more like a continuous act or action. Anyway, so all you have to do is the same. Conjugate zrobić to the past third and add it to bym. Zrobiłbym, zrobiłabym, zrobiłbyś, zrobiłabyś, etc. I'm not gonna go over everything. Okay, so now we're gonna learn something new. So this is a new word that I want you to learn, żeby, in order to. So if you want to say in order to do something, you say żeby zrobić. So żeby zrobić, in order to have, żeby mieć, in order to be, żeby być. However, Polish cannot be always that easy. You can also conjugate żeby, and sometimes you have to. So sometimes we have to conjugate żeby. However, if you know how to conjugate bym, byś, byś by, you would be lucky because this is the same thing. If you notice here, by is still present. All you have to do is conjugate it. And in normal, it's already actually conjugated to by, which is conjugated from the third person of it. For example, on by or oni by. So it's more like here in this example a neutral. Żeby zrobić, in order to do. So it's more like not specifying who in order to do it. However, if you want to specify yourself in it, for example, if you want to say in order for me to do it, or so that I would do it, it means that you are putting yourself in this conditional, if you want. So you have to change the żeby verb to make it sound that you're talking about yourself, in order for me. So all you have to do, using this, what we've learned, is add this. Or you can add the conjugation at the end to make it seem like you're talking about yourself. So ja żebym, so in order for me to do it, with the verb zrobił, ja żebym zrobił, zrobiła, ty żebyś zrobił, zrobiła, so in order for you to do it, because ty, in order for him, her, or something to do, here żebyśmy, żebyście, żeby, the same, zrobili, zrobiły, so it's the same thing exactly. However, since there's żebym, so you cannot actually add this verb in front. All you have to do is just like keep żebym and okay, add the verb later. So this is what I want you to focus on. This is what I'm worried about that you don't get, is that if there's nothing in front of bim or bish or bi or bishme, you just add the verb to it. You just make it one word, okay? However, in this case, because there's the verb żeby, you cannot just add zrobił żebym, so it doesn't make any sense. So you just keep this alone and you add the verb later, okay? I hope this makes sense. Okay, also there are other forms, you might see them. For example, aby, ażeby. Notice the by, it's always the same. They also mean the same thing. Aby or żeby, just like they differ from context to context. You might see them in the book, don't worry about them. We might talk about them in some examples, but they actually literally mean the same. Okay, so let's talk about examples, which make it kind of... Okay. Żebyś miał pieniędzy, idź do pracy. So in order for you to have money, go to work. Okay? Notice that the verb comes after because there's że, so we cannot put everything together. However, here, zrobiłabyś mi kawę? Would you make me a coffee? So there's nothing before, so just like put it, okay. Zrobiłabyś mi kawę. You can just like put the verb with the byś. Kliknij start, aby rozpocząć. Oh, so there's an example about aby. Click start in order to start. Yeah. You see here, I didn't conjugate this because we're talking in general, aby, in order to start, not in order for somebody. It's actually saying in order for it to start. So it's like neutral, if you want to think about it like that. So aby rozpocząć. You don't have to conjugate this if you're talking about neutral. Just keep it in the infinitive form. Kliknij start, abyś mógł grać. However, here, click start in order for you to play. So you add, because it's you add abyś, this ending that represents you. Mógł, So this is the past form of the verb móc, which mean you can. Abyś mógł grać, in order for you to play. If you're not really, if you don't know words in Polish, don't worry about this. And if you already know these words, like, good. But like, if you don't be so worried. We are just teaching concepts here and not the words. However, you can catch. You can learn some words from these examples, but I'm not teaching words in this video. Chciałybyśmy więcej ketchupu. We would like more ketchup. Yes, they say ketchup in Polish. Okay, so byśmy, yes, chciałybyśmy, we would like. Chciałbym, żeby było tak jak kiedyś. I would like it to be as it used to be once. So, chciałbym. Notice here, żeby było. Było comes from the verb to be, być, in the past. So the same thing, you just żeby było. Third person, of course. I would like it to be as it used to be to be, but however, this form is kind of weak in English, so I prefer more like I wish everything goes back to the way it was. Sorry for this. Okay, so I want you to focus on something. When you say chciałbym in Polish, it usually means that I would like something, but in this case, chciałbym, żeby było tak jak kiedyś, it's like you're wishing. So it literally translates to I would like it to be as it used to be, but it means actually I wish everything goes back to the way it was. So it's more like wishing in this case. So yes, you can use chciałbym to say I wish it was, or I wish I was, I don't know, a bird, or I wish I had wings. So yes, you can use this to say I wish, depending on the context. It's good to know, actually. It's good for you to know, so that you don't only understand it literally, but you understand the meaning. And it's a really nice example to show the difference between, to show how language itself can change how people perceive feelings and stuff like that. Yeah, it's actually amazing. So I hope you learned. I guess that's the last example. Yes, I hope you understood, and if you didn't, just write comments, and make sure to subscribe my channel if you'd like to keep up with the videos, and click the bell icon so that you receive the notification. Okay, so thank you, and we'll see each other in conditional part 3.